The Paradox of Love, a deep dive into the human experience. Love is a question that renews itself in every heart. It is never answered once and for all, because every human relationship reshapes it in new terms. At its core, love reflects the human longing for completion beyond the self. Plato, in his dialogues, described the soul as searching for its lost half. By contrast, Schopenhauer dismissed love as nothing more than nature's device to secure the survival of the species, an illusion we mistakenly interpret as personal happiness. Yet who can truly persuade the heart that its deepest desire is merely a biological trick? The human condition is caught between reason and passion, the mind that unmasks illusions, and the heart that insists on preserving them. Nietzsche described love as a form of temporary madness, yet he also argued that this madness gives life its intensity. Without the radiance of love, existence would devolve into cold monotony. Human bonds are woven between need and freedom, between the desire to possess and the longing to release. In every relationship, the same question arises: do we love the other as they truly are, or as a reflection of ourselves? Kierkegaard maintained that authentic love means loving the other in their individuality rather than according to our own projection. Yet this is rarely practiced, for we often demand of the other to mirror us. Love, therefore, becomes a silent struggle between self and other, sometimes concealed by intimacy, sometimes revealed by distance. Time serves as love's crucible, testing it as fire tests metal. Passion rooted merely in the moment may fade, but love built on mutual recognition of vulnerability has the capacity to endure. The secret of lasting relationships is not their perfection but their acceptance of imperfection. Human beings cannot give one another everything, but they can give presence, listening, and honesty. Philosophers from Schopenhauer to Pascal have wrestled with the tension between illusion and truth in love. Schopenhauer claimed that most people seek salvation in love, only to be disillusioned when reality emerges. And yet illusion itself can contain a form of truth, for it sustains us against despair. Humanity does not live by facts alone, it also requires fictions. Perhaps love is the most necessary of these fictions, an illusion that opens pathways to deeper truths. As Pascal wrote, the heart has its reasons which reason does not know. Love also exposes the paradox at the heart of human existence. It renders us fragile and vulnerable, while at the same time granting us strength and courage we did not know we possessed. It inspires sacrifice and risk, but also exposes us to betrayal and loss. In this double nature, salvation and torment, lies its eternal fascination for philosophy, poetry, and art. To love is to confront the inevitability of loss. Every love carries within it the shadow of its own end, just as every flower carries within it the promise of decay. Heidegger described existence as a being toward death. We might equally say that love is a being toward loss. But this finitude is not a defect. It is what grants love its tragic depth. If love were eternal, individual moments would lose their value. Meaning arises from fragility, not permanence. As the poet wrote, Every beauty is a promise of decay. Authentic love, then, is not the possession of the other but the acceptance of their irreducible mystery. The more we attempt to own another person, the more they slip away. True love requires an openness to what cannot be fully known, a willingness to remain in proximity to what will always exceed our comprehension. In this sense, love is an act of courage, a confrontation with the unknown. Yet it is also a domain of danger. Jealousy, domination, and the will to possess all reveal its darker sides. Nietzsche warned that every love conceals within it a will to power, which can degenerate into control rather than celebration of the other's existence. Thus, freedom is as necessary for love as air is for life. Without freedom, souls suffocate. And yet many fear freedom, preferring the security of dependence over the anxiety of independence. Love therefore oscillates between the poles of safety and freedom, never fully resolved. This tension explains why love is at once heaven and hell, as Sartre suggested in his reflections on the other. Relationships can liberate or imprison, enrich or impoverish, depending on whether they are lived as mutual recognition or as mutual domination. Ultimately, to understand love is to understand humanity itself. Love reveals both our weakness and our greatness. It reminds us that we are not merely biological beings but seekers of meaning. Even if, as Schopenhauer insisted, love is only nature's ruse, perhaps nature itself has equipped us with this illusion so that we might endure. For humanity cannot live by truth alone, it needs illusions that sustain hope. And among these, love remains the most powerful. Love is not a possession but an experience, not a final answer but an enduring question. Every attempt at definition is partial, every philosophy incomplete. That is why love remains a mystery renewed in every heart. Its essence is that it cannot be contained, fully explained, or mastered. Like fire, it warms and it burns at once. From Plato to Nietzsche, from poets to philosophers, love has persisted as the question that refuses resolution. It is not a concept to be defined, but a reality to be lived. And perhaps, as Kierkegaard suggested, to love is ultimately an existential decision, a commitment to embrace fragility, uncertainty, and finitude. Without it, human life would be not only unexamined, as Socrates warned, but also unbearable.